guys. How are you doing? You're welcome back to my channel. My name is Kia, for those of you that are just here for the first time. And yeah, as you can see from the title, we're talking about Maryam Shumate. Maryam Shumate, for those of you that don't know her, she's a Nigerian YouTuber. Well, she's of Nigerian origin. You know, she's a YouTuber, and she actually left Nigeria to study in the US through a basketball scholarship that she got. Then she eventually got married to somebody, Hunter. His name is Hunter Corner or something like that. Yeah, and about a few days ago, let me say 6 days ago, she released a video, her coming out to talk about her marriage and the fact that the marriage is, you know, they are heading for a divorce, and they are not yet divorced, but they are working towards a divorce. So, but I'm going to speak based off of that video that I watched. Although that video is, I don't think it's no longer on YouTube, because her account was recently hacked about 2 days ago or something. So the hacker deleted all of her videos, and I mean, it's crazy. But let me go straight to the point and the lessons I learned from her story and her marriage breakup. The first one is this: dominant energy. The dominant energy in the relationship caused the problem. What do I mean? Let me be specific. On the end of Maryam's end, I've seen a couple of their videos, and I noticed that she has a lot of masculine energy in her. And when a woman has a lot of masculine energy, it tends to make her want to assume certain roles in the relationship that the man is supposed to be assuming. She wants to do everything, do this and do that. And where it became a problem is in the aspects of she being the breadwinner. There was a time she was the breadwinner of the family. The husband was not working, he wasn't doing anything. So she was literally the one that was, you know, going to working on deals and all of that, just to, you know, keep the family going, whilst the man was kind of not doing anything. And then from that video that she made, there was a time she confessed and said there was a time she spoke to him, or, you know, harsh man or something. She was being rude to him and asked him to go and get a job. He should be a man and go and get a job and assume this role. Now, that is where there is a problem. I made a video about a masculine and feminine energy in relationship, and how when there is an imbalance, it causes so much rift in the relationship. I'm going to link the card here or there, so if you want to watch it, you can check it out. So in that video, I said when there is an imbalance in the dominant energies in that relationship will tend to experience so much conflict. There will be so much argument, and that is exactly what happened. It's a typical example of that is Maryam Shumate's marriage to her husband. There was a time she now rubbed it in his face, and then the man on the other hand took it personal. You know, he felt bad that, oh, so because at this point in time I'm not making money, my wife is talking to me like that. Although Maryam admitted that she apologized for that, she was of so much dominant, and I feel like even now, if you watch her videos, or if you know her, if you've been following her for years, I feel like she naturally has this very masculine energy. You know, she's very out there. She's very she's very defensive. You understand? She wants to when she's saying something, she wants to always be right, and she will always basically be defensive, and so much masculine energy, stuff like that. While the man looks more on the feminine energy side, and there was a tension here and there. That was where there was a clash. If a woman is the one assuming that masculine role in the relationship, then she should be okay with the man being of a simpler profession. That was what I said in my previous video of masculine energy. I said that she should be okay, meaning that basically that both of them should be satisfied with either partner assuming, you know, either role. But it becomes a problem when the woman is assuming the masculine role. She is the provider, and then she starts rubbing it in, or being upset that the man is not a man enough, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. It becomes a problem. That also played a huge role in why they had a lot of relationship disagreements and all of that. So now the second one is this: unequally yoked. you know that this word unequally yoked comes from the Bible. It said, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. And why I said this is because from what I noticed, from what I observed, from my own perspective, Maryam is, she's this religious type, the Christian woman. She's a Christian woman. I believe that she's very, very serious with God. And even from that video that she made, she was talking about how she now has like a sort of a spiritual awakening, that she can see people's inner mind or something like that along those lines. So you can understand how spiritual she is. That is, if according to her claims, because I don't know, according to her claims, she might be lying or she might not. I don't think that they are both on the same page in that aspect, because in that video, I'll keep making reference to that because I really don't know, I don't live with them, but based off of what she said on that video, she said she's always praying for her husband. She prays that he would come out of some habits and all of that. It just means that they are not on the same level in terms of their religious belief or their Christian faith. Let me put it that way. They are not on the same level. I believe that they are unequally yoked. She seems to be the one that is all God in the relationship, while the man is just like that, like just laid back. When the Bible said do not be unequally yoked with an unbeliever, the Bible knows the reason why it said that. Because you guys, you're not on the same page with this person. It's like you believe that there is a God above, you always pray, you're fasting, while your husband it's just laid back. I believe that in that relationship, there came a time where he saw her as maybe like a crazy woman. Like, it's like, is she crazy? I believe there was a time where she'll be talking about God and God this and God that, and then he'll be looking at her like she's too religious, she's too this, she's too that. And what then happens is it creates this resentment towards her. He will kind of feel repulsed. That, oh, my wife is always praying, always this, always that, always this. When the wife is talking something of the Bible, he cannot relate to that because he's not on the same page with her on that respect. So when she's talking, he's not ready to listen. And you find out that while she is trying to, lead both of them to the to God or to more righteous path, he is, on the other hand, doing something else that is jeopardizing their relationship. The third one is this: it's always good to marry a man that supports you 100%. A man that is happy for you, a man that is ready to push you to achieve great success. And if you do not see that in your partner as somebody that supports you, I don't know why you would go ahead to get married to that person, because there is always a sign before you get married. There is always a sign that he is threatened by your level of success. He is threatened by your milestones. So when you notice that you achieve certain milestones and he's not supportive of you, the next thing he starts to say is, oh, like what she said. Literally, there was a time she was hitting a big her YouTube. She was having an endorsement deal and all of that. She was making the money, bringing in the money into family, and he started complaining that, oh, now you've started making money, you're going to leave me because I don't have anything. She went on to insinuate that there were times that he tried, trying to sabotage what she had going. I mean, that just shows that man doesn't support you. He doesn't want the best for you. He doesn't want to see you do good. He doesn't want to see you grow. So I don't know what kind of, relationship that is, but it is completely very, very unhealthy. If you are in a relationship with someone that, as a woman, he doesn't support you. He wants to be the one that is, hitting it big. He wants to be the one that is the big shots in the relationship. He wants to be the one that is having all the money, all of this, all of that. I feel like that also has to do with the man's ego as well. He wants to keep his ego in the relationship. But I believe the more healthy relationship is, even though you as the man, you're not having it good at that point in time, you're having it rough. If you have a woman that is supportive and understanding, and she is the one that assumes that role, you know, she becomes the breadwinner of the house, I believe that you should push her, you know, support her, be there for her, clap for her when she wins, or for her small wins, her big wins, clap for her. Like, that is what relationship is. So I don't know why these days people get into relationship. They don't know that relationship takes a lot of work. The relationship is supposed to be a healthy one. For it to be healthy, you should support your partner. It doesn't matter if you're the male or you're the female gender. It doesn't matter. You should support your partner. You're the woman, your man is doing great. Clap for him. You know, give him a pat on the back. Support him. If you're the man, your wife is doing it big, she's hitting all those milestones, you know, cheer her on. And then as you keep cheering her on, you don't know when your own lights will come and boom, that, you know, interview you went for, or that job you've been seeking, you don't know when they'll call you and say, oh, you got the job. Because naturally you should, this thing, the way life works is, you should, when you celebrate other people's success, people will celebrate you as well. I mean, if you're happy for other people's success, there will come a time where people also celebrate you and be happy for you. So if you're always bitter, people are successful, you're the bitter person, you're not happy about somebody's milestone, it will always come back and bite you in the ass. The fourth one is this: family. The reason why I said family is because on Maryam's side, I don't know if she has amended the relationship she has with her family, because there was a time she came out to say that her mother or her sisters are witches or wizards, dark magic. Basically, she accused her family of evil. If you are not in good terms with your family, it becomes a problem for you when you eventually become married to your partner, because although marriage is between two people, but when things are right, when problems or situations that spirals out of control between you and your partner arises, the next people that you have to call on for support is your family. If you have basically cut off from your family completely, it's going to be very, very hard for you. Because take for instance now, as we can see from the case of Maryam, she was when she was talking in that video, the video she made about her separation, she was saying her husband always puts it to her face that, oh, she doesn't have anybody, she doesn't have friends, she doesn't have family, you know, she doesn't have people supporting her, nobody loves her, nobody is this. She said, it was like he was putting that in her face. And to me, that is like, I mean, he's just trying to say that, yeah, you don't have anyone, I'm literally all you have. So it's either you're going to act right or you're done for, because I'm all you have. There's no one on your side. No one's going to support you and all of that. That's what he's basically insinuating. And will he be wrong? No, he's not wrong. I mean, it's like, now look at, with this, her going through her separation, all of this thing happening, you know, it's a difficult time for her now. And if she doesn't have family, I don't know how is she coping? Because in situations like this, you can call your family and say, oh, hello, this is it. They can help you, they can step in for you, speak for you, or come in and say, okay, let's talk to your husband's family. It's not just a man and a woman getting married, it's two families getting married. So if you as a woman is not on good terms with your own family, I don't know, it becomes very hard. And I know that with some people, there is a reason why, you know, they might be in bad terms with their family. Probably the family did something very bad to them or something like that. For everyone is different. But what I learned is, I believe that family is everything. Family is very, very important. It's very good to have a good support system, you know, for situations like this. And especially in marriages, anything can happen, challenges can come up. And just like how Maryam is going through her separation, this divorce is really not easy. And I don't know how I don't know how she's going about all of this without her family. So family support is very, very important, and it just cannot be overemphasized, basically. And then my final lesson I learned is the grass is not always greener on the other side. There were times when Maryam's marriage was of admiration to a lot of women. They looked at her like, oh, she has the perfect man, she has a perfect marriage, she has a happy home. The reason why you think that is because you are standing outside and looking in, and it's just what a person chooses to put out there. That's all you can know. You cannot really know what is going on in that marriage. So if they want to portray peace, they want to portray love and unity and all of these things, you on the other hand, you cannot know the other negative side of that relationship. So you will be looking like, oh, they are always happy, she has a happy home, she has a happy marriage. It is not always the case. You know, this interracial marriage, there are lots of women in Africa that feel like getting married to a white man, getting that green card is everything. So when they see another woman that has achieved what they want, they tend to admire it and feel like it's everything. Oh, she was married to a white man. Oh, their kids are so beautiful. They're this. It's a perfect marriage. I also want to get married to a white man. I also want to get my green card. All this and that. You think it's heaven on earth. That is not always the case. Things are not always as the same. Do not use other people's relationship as a yardstick for your definition of a perfect relationship. If you're single, you're trying to get married, pray to God to give you a good partner. Marriage is not an easy thing, and relationship is not also an easy thing. It takes a lot of work. It takes dedicating it to God. It takes a lot of commitment. So what did you learn from Maryam Shumate's story? These were 5 lessons that I learned, and I believe for everyone there are more and more lessons to learn, and you don't really need to experience something for yourself for you to gain wisdom or for you to become wise regarding certain issues. Sometimes you have to learn from other people's experiences. Besides, you cannot live this whole life to learn all of the lessons. There is always something to learn. Please leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And for those of you that are just here for the first time, you're welcome. And please leave a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye guys.